Hello and happy new year and a blessed afternoon to everyone as we welcome the year 2021 as the beginning of new decade. Decaf Coffee Republic brings you Brewing Live Season 5, New Year, New Beginnings. And Brewing Live is a community service of Decaf Coffee Republic, and we are now on our fifth month of serving in the digital space. And our heart as an organization is to fill your digital cup with great stuff that matters and ignite your space with opportunities for impact, income, and influence so that you can experience transformation in different areas of your life through the platform of life coaching, especially this time that the new decade is unfolding before us. So, Decap Coffee Republic is a coaching hub and the home of certified life coaches where inspiration begins and transformation happens through the platform of life coaching. And our physical space is located at Pioneer Center along Pioneer Road corner, Brixton and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. And our hub is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for dine-in, pick up and delivery of your premium drinks and nutrilicious food. So plant-based meal is also available to help you keep fit and healthy, especially during this time of pandemic. And for coaching services, we offer coaching services on demand. It's 24 by 7. Just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 any time of the day and any day of the week. And you can also visit our coaching hub for complimentary coaching session even without prior appointment. So just go in there. Thank you for joining me today. If you are free today, I invite you to join us at Decap Coffee Republic. We're gonna be there. We're gonna celebrating. It's open today. Join in there. We're going to be there this afternoon. If you just want to have a conversation, if you want to have a interaction, if you want to know more about us, and would also like to know more about you, join us. Come in there. It's a open space. It's a wonderful space. It's our home, and it can be your home as well. So just join us. As of this moment, please do tag your friend in the comment section and share this video link to your FB timeline, to your group and your page so that you can reach more people and help transform more lives. And if you are new to our FB page, please like and follow so that you can get the notifications for our future live streaming. And Decap Coffee Republic is in partnership, or Decap Brewing Live is in partnership with Coach A Coaching Club, the premier club for coaches and entrepreneurs. And our mission as club members is to create massive impact by turning our talents into income and influencing the people in our chosen domain and territory through the platform of life coaching. And our club is now accepting registrations for batch 3. And our first live coaching call will happen this Sunday on January 10th, 2021 year. So you still have time. You still have time for you to register, join us. It's a powerful 5-month journey. I am part of batch 1, and also my better half, Coach Tin, is also part of it. It's a wonderful journey. It's a wonderful experience. And it's a wonderful learning for you to understand how to be an entrepreneur, what marketing is all about, and how you can level up your coaching skills for you to have the conversations, have the interaction, and have for your client or the market you want to talk with, have the right experience for you to offer your services or products that you're offering with them. So connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to know more about how you can be part of Coach A Coaching Club and the benefits from your learning opportunity with also Master Coach A. Master Coach A will facilitate that learning with you. So for today's episode, I will share to you how to permanently stop procrastinating even if you've tried everything. Have you ever experienced a time where you feel that you've tried everything and you can't seem to move out of that procrastination, and that procrastination is already killing your dreams? So what my hope for you today is to be able to help you move towards that, move forward towards that, and let that procrastination go, because it's not serving us, right? It's not serving our dreams. Especially it's a new decade, it's a new year, and it's a great opportunity to make that change, to make that impact, and to make that life that we want. So as we begin, I invite you to intentionally Learn from this episode and earn wisdom, strategies, and techniques as you give generously the advancement of life coaching and support our fellow change agents. Hashtag change agents in the practice of the profession. For your love gifts, please click the link www.paypal.com /PayPal me /Brewing Live in the caption of this FB Live. Um, we've been doing this for the last 5 months, and it has been a tremendous journey for all of the life coaches and the change agents that have been supporting here and serving you and giving you some wisdom, some knowledge, and the way for you to learn more about who you are and how you can better interact, how you can better respond, how you can better act in situations in your lives, in your relationship, in your career, in your as a couple, in all the areas of your life. And my ask for you is to bless them with your love gifts. Send it to them. It would be a great help for them to be able to have that feeling that they're the things that they're working on. Because you know, creating talks, it's not that easy thing, but it's a wonderful thing because it comes from your heart. It's filled with joy, and that is really our hope towards what we're doing and serving you and being able to be a channel of really a blessing to you. And also have that opportunity to be a blessing to others, to the people that are serving you. You're looking at them every 12 noon and learning from them and learning the nuggets and wisdom from them. So give your love gifts, send it to them. Giving is earning, and it's a great opportunity to be a blessing and to be blessed, to be a channel of blessing. So I'm inviting you, please say yes. Say yes towards the privilege of giving honor to whom the honor is due. Thank you for your generous heart. I truly appreciate that. Thank you for the wonderful heart. You can have that. Um, it's going to go back to you tenfold. I'm sure of that. And it's something that's going to be a wonderful experience, a wonderful feeling, and a wonderful time to give to others when, it's about time that we continuously give to others from our heart and from our joy. All right. So at this talk, I would like for you to, as always, be intentional. Intentional. The objective there is to done on purpose and be deliberate. Be deliberate on the learnings that you have. Get your hashtag pack your bag moments, and the hashtag pack your moments. Pack your bag moments are the time where you go into a seminar, you go into a meeting, and you are intentional on getting that one thing that needs to be answered, that needs to be reminded or regained focus towards what you need to do in life and how you can make decisions to live the life that you want. So be intentional. Hashtag pack my bag moments. Once you get that, do share that hashtag pack your bag moments in your page, in your timelines, in your groups, and be a channel of blessing. Just share it to them, have them share it so that they can learn in the process and they can learn as they progress in their life. Because what you learn when you share that to others, it's just a powerful thing of giving, that it's free. You don't need to invest on anything. It's just 5 seconds of your time, posting it. Even when we're still continuing to have this conversation, it will just empower you to make that, that heart of giving to others. All right. So if this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're watching me, maybe you're seeing me on the shared link. Thank you very much. I am Coach Shaun. I'm a professional life coach certified from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneur. And I'm also a mental health coach. And our institute is a bona fide institute for mental health that's based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And I am doing this coaching profession full time since I left the corporate world back in 2019. I've been in the BPO industry for about 14 years. My career there, I am in the workforce management department. So I was leading there forecasting, planning, scheduling, and real time management. So for those people who's watching me in the workforce scene and also in the BPO industry, welcome, welcome, joining them. Tag your friends in there if you work in the BPO industry, tag in them. I have a lot of stories in there of my experiences when I started 14 years ago. And it's a wonderful thing. I've been blessed in the corporate world, and I've joined one of the biggest companies here in the Philippines, and it has a wonderful journey. And so far, I made a decision to go full time in my mission and my purpose, which is the platform of life coaching. And today, I help business leaders and entrepreneur create work life integration. Yes, this is very, very different towards work life balance, because work life balance talks about 8 to 5, then no more work after that. But in reality, especially the transitions right now, especially those frontline staff, right? For those who's leading teams, that is no longer that cannot happen, because you know that you are also taking care of the lives of others and you're taking care of the business, and that needs to be created in a space where you are in synergy, you are in harmony. It's like a marriage between two, a union between the two, where both of your work and your life work with one another, so that you create that lifestyle that you want, that delivers you the flow and also the relationship that you want for yourself and others. So if you want to stay fulfilled, you want to stay motivated and fulfill your mission in life, let's have a conversation. Let's connect with one another. Just feel free to connect with me. It's Life Coach Shaun De Joya, or Coach Shaun De Joya, and let's have a coffee at the Cup Coffee Republic later if you want to, and let's see where you need strengthening on and where you need the calibration on. All right. So before I start, let me just acknowledge the presence of everyone in the comment or in the group joining me. Maraming po salamat. Happy New Year to everyone. Master Coach Jasmine, Coach C, Coach Vicky, and yun, merong absolutely worthy coaching. And thank you very much for joining. And Coach Lynn, sino pa ba? And Coach Candy, maraming salamat. All right. So let me share to you a story. So this is back in October 4th. There was a hydration challenge conducted by Coach A, inside the Coach A coaching upscale. It's a 14 days journey to create a habit. And what was the challenge is for you to be able to drink 250 milliliters of, or a glass of water every time you eat, or before you go to eat. But I during these times, what I did is I made a little tweak on the challenge, because that is one thing that you can do to personalize a habit. And what I did is the hydration challenge is I wanted to drink 1 glass of water, or 250 milliliter. What I use is a mug from a famous coffee shop, which is, I think it's 350 milliliters. And I did that every morning. When I wake up, I would drink that, and I would ensure that in the next 14 days, I would make that happen. And one of the things that I did, and one of the biggest reasons why I was drinking, took the hydration challenge. I was very, very active about it, is because when I was doing the research, I realized, and then based on the learnings as well, on what Coach A was doing during the hydration challenge, is that what water is really helps you increase your energy levels and increase oxygen we receive in the brain, which makes us more alert. And it's something that I've said, okay, I need to do that, because what I do most often than not is to drink coffee in the morning. But the problem with that drinking coffee in the morning, because I'm acidic, and I experienced some acid reflux, especially if the coffee is so acidic that it's not really giving me that satisfaction of drinking it. I tend to have that acid reflux, and it's not comfortable. So I then made the decision that I would drink water in the morning instead, to wake me up and allow me to keep focus on the attention that I need to do and what I need to work on. And thank you, Coach Kay Sabala from Tacloban. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for joining me. And this is the thing that I've start realizing when I was going through the journey of the 14 days, that the hydration challenge also allows you to create new habits. I was like, that is really what the challenge is all about. And habits, if you think about it, you have conscious habits and unconscious habits. And the unconscious habits are the habits that you burned in time. A very good example is brushing your teeth in the morning, in the evening, and lunchtime, depending on how you practice. For some, just brush their teeth morning and evening, and they don't do that in the afternoon. Some would do that 3 times a day. Really depends of you. Some might not be doing their toothbrush. I hope you are brushing your teeth, because it will break all of your teeth in there. So take care of your teeth, and it's something that you unconsciously, now because you practice it, you master it, it's automatic to you, like it's triggered by something and you do that. And the conscious habits are the one that you're putting in there. You're the one that you're making an upgrade maybe on some of the old habits that you have, or maybe you're adding a new habit, and that matter. And this is where habit comes in, as far as what I've shared on the challenge a while ago, the hydration challenge, because it allows you to be more intentional of all of the things that you do, all of the things that you put your attention on, and all of the things that matters to you. And habits, based on the study of the Duke University in 2006, showed that more than 40% of our daily actions are not based on actual conscious decisions, but on habit. And this is where I teach self leadership. Self leadership is a skill that you can master and you can learn. And it is something that, if you think about it, reflect on it, what are the habits that you currently have? Big or small, we have it all. What are the habits that you have that you're consciously, doing it, you're intentionally doing it? I'll give you a good example. Like this morning when I wake up, because I was about to start and review all of my presentation materials for Life Coach Access, which is in Life Coach PH. By the way, if you want to learn more about what I do, especially in the areas of self leadership, go into Life Coach PH and take a look at there. I went on live at 10 a.m. And when I was brushing my teeth, I realized how I wasn't really intentional about how I was brushing my teeth. I just brushed my teeth because I needed to make sure that it's clean. I needed to make sure that there's no any dirt in there that would break my teeth to smithereens, to call lack of a better term. But this morning I was really intentional about it. Like I was really enjoying brushing my teeth. I needed to brush it to the left, to the right, and up and down. And I was appreciating the time that I was doing it, because most often than not, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you can share that in the comments section, we are seldom intentional about how we brush our teeth. Like we just do it in that. I don't know if you do it for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes, really. But being intentional about it just makes you appreciate more the time that you spent in there, and you appreciate the moments that you're able to take care of your teeth, you're able to take care of yourself, because that is one way for you, for self-care. The simplest way that you can do is brushing your teeth, take care of yourself. And that's something that I realized that at most time I'm not conscious about it. I do this unconsciously, and I've started to make that change for me to do that. And if you think about it, the facts about habits is your life, to a large extent, is the sum of all of your habits. Either this is good and this is bad. So that is what our life is all about. It's the sum of all of the habits that we have created in our lifetime, either consciously or unconsciously. And habits is also, you can take control of your life by changing your habits. So you can take control of your life when you change your habit. Because at times we would say that, hey, there's nothing I can do anymore. This is my circumstances. This is the way that I was living my life, and I can change that. But in reality, you can. You can make the necessary changes as long as it's motivating, it's inspiring enough, and it's forceful enough that you would need to change that habit. And in reality, it's hard to shake off a habit since it takes an average of 60 days, 66 days. This is based on research, by the way, before a new habit takes root in our brain. Imagine it takes 66 days before a new habit takes root in our brain. That's why it's very challenging to create or change a habit. So imagine one habit that you would want to change, you would want to create right now. And how are you currently, or where are you currently right now, as far as changing habit is concerned? And thinking about it, based on this, habits can never truly disappear. What we only do is just overpower it with a different habit. Isn't that amazing? That at the end of the day, you really have your habits with you, but then what you can only change is change it with something, or overpower it with a new habit, so that you can either make the good a bad habit or make the bad a good habit. And a survey showed that a daily habit of self acceptance was the cause of most people's happiness. When I read this, I realized that's the reason why life coaching really works. Because when you start accepting yourself, when you start appreciating who you are, even the bad stories, the bad experiences, the bad relationship, is that's really the time that you would be able to be in a space of gratitude and happiness and joy of all of the things that you do. And the cravings in our brain is the motivator for something of a habit to become, you. Our brain must crave for it. Our brain must crave for a habit, for our brains to be motivated to create a habit or to start a habit. Maybe you're someone that likes to drink in the evening for you to go to sleep. So, what are the things that triggering your brain for you to drink that alcohol? Or maybe you like sweets. It's something that your brain gets motivated for you to do that, and it's a habit that you're already doing already. Maybe you um, once you eat, you get a cake, you get a candy or whatsoever. That is something, a habit that triggers you, motivates your brain for you to do something. All right, so good habits equals good life. Now, you might say, Coach, is my good habit also the same as your good habits? Well, that's the beauty of life coaching, because in life coaching, we help you process it so that you would know what is a good habits for you. Because my good habit may not be a good habit for you. It might not be something that you want or you would want to move forward. So it really depends on you. That's where the beauty of life coaching comes in, because we allow you to journey so you can understand what good habits for you. All right. So here I'm going to introduce to you the three-step loop of habits, right? Habits making one positive change at a time. So the loop is simple: that you have a cue, you have a routine, and eventually you get a reward. So the biggest point here is the cue and the reward, because you, in reality, to be able to change a negative habit, we have to understand how it forms in the first place. So this one really gives you an idea, gives you a view of how habits is really formed. Like in 1990s, a group of research from Massachusetts Institute of Technology discovered that the neurological process that is the core of every habit is this. This is the loop in there. So if you want to change the rules, you have to know the rules first. And this is the rules of creating a habit. You have the cue with you, which is any trigger that tells your brain when you would use the habit. Like, for example, as I said a while ago, for me, the cue for triggering my habit is when I wake up in the morning, because it's automatic anyway. As long as I put an alarm in there, or if you don't put an alarm, you would wake up anyway. And that is the cue. And the routine is an activity that your brain, an activity, emotion, or a behavior that happens. For example, for me, for the early morning, I would drink a water. That is a behavior that I would do, or an activity that we would do. Maybe for you, it's an emotion that affects you. Like a good example is Coach Tin, my wife. Every December, it's a trigger. That is the cue for her to have these emotions, a feeling, and it's something that triggers her towards the season, because that is her experiences when growing up. And the reward is how your brain determines if a loop is beneficial for you or not. At times, because you got this emotion, it suits you at times, but maybe at times it doesn't, or you don't know how to respond with it because of the experiences that you have. And this is something that you learn. So habits, when created, starts with a cue, goes into a routine, and the reward. And the routine is an activity, an emotion, or a behavior that you're doing every single day. And for me, as far as the hydration challenge is concerned, that is how it was meant to be. So I'll give you a good example. A cue can be you're feeling bored. Maybe you're bored during the times, and what you do is you grab a bottle of wine, which is the routine, and the reward is you feel relaxed and happy. So that is a very good example of how this three-step loop of habits can work for you. And the cue and the reward, if you take a look at the cue and the reward, is the strong influencers on how you create a habit. This is where the cravings get triggered. So if you like sweets, if you're someone that likes, that alcohol taste in your mouth, and the repeated behavior, because you're able to experience the reward when you consistently do that. However, a little wine drinking, if you continuously do that, will eventually escalate towards consuming one bottle of wine, then eventually two bottles of wine, three bottles of wine, and so on and so forth. And it can turn you into an alcoholic. So taking a look at the habits that you have right now, we need to be in a space of awareness and reflection of how is that currently impacting you and how it will affect you in the future. Because if you are in a space of awareness and understanding of where everything this comes from, you would be able to make the right decisions on what habits that you need to create. And what we need to do is to change our mindset for us to change our lives. It's not the habit that we need to change. It's our mindset that we need to change. That's why I'm teaching you here that even if you tried everything, you can still overcome your procrastination. Because procrastination, you can permanently stop that when you start shifting your mindset, because it's a mindset. Like in life coaching, we start with really our mind and how we think at things, how we look at things, how we respond to things, and how we can make the necessary adjustments that we want. Not because you're being told what to do. Like in life coaching, we don't tell you what you do. We ask you, what do you want to do? What life do you want to create? What the relationship do you want to have? And how do you see your life in the future? Because being clear of what you want in your life allows you to focus towards at the attention that you need to put in, the time that you invest on, and the money that you put into all of the things that you're doing. All right. So, how to permanently stop procrastinating, even if you've tried everything? I'll give you just 5 simple steps that you can start doing. You can start implementing this today, actually. You can um, move on to the first few steps, and eventually you'll progress. And as I've said, if you need any support, if you need any help, just let me know. You can message me at 0917 569 4200, and I can help you in overcoming permanently that procrastination. Because if that's not serving you, I know you want to overcome that and want to create the life that you want for you today, not tomorrow, not next week. I'm sure of that. Is that something that you want to change? Then let me know. All right. Number one is the first and most important one is to examine your routine. Like, what behaviors do you want to change? Like, what are the behaviors that you have right now that you know it's not serving you? If you have an alcoholic problem, if you're alcoholic right now, what would be the reason why you do it? Like, why do you drink in the first place? For me, I drink because I want to be able to forget some of the problems that I have. This was before I got certified as a life coach. I feel that is something that suits me, but at the end of the day, the problem is still there. It doesn't get resolved, so it doesn't really work. It's just a temporary thing, and I spend more money in drinking. Okay, and what satisfaction are you getting from drinking that alcohol, that drinking that wine? And this one allows you to be in a space of awareness and understanding where this routine is coming from, why you trigger it, why you do it, why you think about it in the first place, and why you are able to unconsciously trigger this cue and do it. Think about that. So what is it that what behavior do you want to change? So what I encourage you to do is write that down already, speed up implementation, write that down, put that in there so that when you continues on in the journey, you would be able to see how you would process that. All right. So next is once you're able to identify what behaviors you have, where it's coming from, why is it triggered that way, and what would be the reasons for you doing it. The next step is for you to analyze what the reward you're getting. Like the reward is um thinking about it. If you're drinking consistently, you're drinking alcohol, wine, whatever that is, the reward in there gives you headaches or hangovers. That is the reward in the long term. Maybe some of it is a soothing experience, but if you continuously drink it, you become addicted. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get, a splitting headache. And what is it you feel immediately? For example, when you grab a bottle, what is it that you feel instantly when you grab that cake or that sweet? Or maybe you smoke. Maybe you're addicted to smoking as well. What is it that you do there when you grab that? How do you feel about it? And if you think about it, does it make you feel relaxed when you do it? Does it make you feel like it's a form of escape from the problems that you have? or it's something that you do. It's something that you do for you to be distracted of all of the thinkings that you have in your life. You know, the thinkings that are not serving you and are just cluttering your mind. And that space of your mind is the one that's making your life miserable, right? So are this behavior, because knowing these behaviors, if you analyze the reward, will allow you to find a better habit for you to do. So analyze the reward. What are you getting out of that experience? Why are you getting out of that action, that cue? So that you understand and you can make the right decision on how to change it. Number three is identify the cue. Like what are the what are you thinking or doing when it's triggered the behavior? Like what is it that you're doing? This one I've shared a while ago that while brushing my teeth, I came into a space of awareness and being intentional about brushing my teeth. And this one, when you identify the cue, and yes, it would require some thinking. Sometimes you would think, Coach, ayoko na po mag-isip kasi araw-araw na lang ako nag-iisip. You know, believe me, it's counterintuitive. If you don't want to think, then you need to think. But you need to think rightly. And that's where the power of having a life coach with you, so that the coach would help you think correctly for yourself. Whatever you feel that the correcting of thinking, that will help you serve you with a greater purpose. All right. So what were you feeling when you know, identify the cue, when you started doing it, when you are about to do it? And what reward were you after? These are the things that you can start asking yourself in the journey. And if you think about it, when you're doing this, when you're asking yourself, where is this trigger coming from? Where is this behavior coming from? Where is this thinking coming from? This will allow you to introduce or to be in a space of full awareness and introduce and reinforce new habits that will serve you, that will create a positive impact or a great impact in your life in all aspect of it. So those are the things that you can start doing. So before I move on, I would like to invite you to power up your morning challenge. I'm going to do this challenge on January 4 inside my page, Self Leadership Coaching Community. So it's a hydrate yourself in the morning challenge. It's going to be on Monday every 12 noon. So that's going to be in the next 14 days. And just join in there. What I would help you here do is for you to start practicing and taking a look at how you can create habits for you to, you know, eventually do it your own. Create your own habits. Maybe you have habits right now that you don't like, that you want to be changing, or you want to better that or level that up. So join me in there. Just answer the questions in there. Hop in. This is gonna be this is gonna be joyful. You're gonna love this. So do this. Join in there. It's inside my page, Self Leadership Coaching Community. It's 14 day challenge for you to hydrate yourself in the morning, because having, you know, drinking water in the morning just activates your brain, gives you more energy in there, and you are more focused. I've tried this so far by far. I think it's my third month already, and I continuously do that because it benefits me. It gives me the reward that I'm looking, and the cue also helps me, and the behavior also helps me a lot. All right. So moving on, number four is only change your routine. You know, at times, here's where really the challenge comes from. That's the reason why people have tried everything and they're not able to change their habit, because they're changing everything. They're changing the cue, they're changing the reward. Don't change that. What you only need to change is your routine. Like going back to the habit loop, what you're seeing in your screen right now is, you, you instead of you changing your cue and the reward, just change a routine. Because when you do this, you're only changing the behaviors that you have, which is much more, you can be more intentional about it. Like as I've said a while ago, instead of you grabbing that bottle of wine, what you can do instead is go for a run. You can also go for a workout. You can take deep breaths. You can write in your journal. These are something that you can start changing. So change the routine that you're doing. Once you're able to examine your routine, analyze the reward, and identify the cue, just the routine that you need to change. Like for example, the morning routine that I did, which is the hydrate your self challenge in the morning, is instead of me waking up in the morning and sitting in my desk and doing the journal. That's the first thing that I do. So I just changed the routine that I do, and I changed that, and I continued on with the trigger. So that has helped me a lot, and it allowed me to overcome procrastinating of not doing that in the first place. So again, don't change the cue, don't change the reward, just change the routine that you're doing. And last but not the least, of course, the most one of the most important one is be hopeful. you know Research has shown that changing our routine is effective in achieving habit that change until a critical event occurs and the stress of your life gets too high. This is the reality. At times we get to trigger to change things when our stress is too high. If you are in a space right now that you're still thinking about changing a routine, I really encourage you to change it and be hopeful about it. At times we get to beat ourselves too much if we're not able to do things to what we expect it to be or what others expect of us. And instead of us doing it already, we don't do it. Or at times, maybe you're the person who thinks ahead. You haven't even he really had the time to do it at first. Then your mind starts telling you, "Hey, you can't do that," or "That's not gonna happen." Oh, you've been doing that for a long time. It's not gonna happen. Stop. Don't beat yourself. Talk to that self one. Self one is the self critical. Self two is you, authentically you, and it's something that you you know that is the one that has the mission in life. Self two. So talk to self one. Wag mong awayin ha. Don't fight with self one. Talk to that person and make peace with that person. I am talking about integration here. So integrate the two because your self one has benefits as well because it protects you. But self one, of course, based from the past experiences, and self two is the one that is empowered to make or create the life that you want. So don't beat yourself. Continue on, be intentional, be conscious about the things that you're doing, and eventually, I tell you, in 14 days, you would be able to create or change that routine that you have to improve your habit. If you're not able to do that in 14 days, message me. I will help you. Let's have a conversation so that you can make that thing a reality. All right? So, again, recap. First is examine your routine, analyze the reward, identify the cue that you need to change, right? Identify the cue to understand where it's coming from, then change your routine, or only change your routine, and lastly, be hopeful. Continues on, be hopeful with that it will change because it will happen as long as you focus on that. And if you need help, you need some motivation, you need some inspiration, get a coach. Let me know. Let's have a conversation. All right. So David Eagleman said that brains are in the business of gathering information and steering behavior appropriately. It doesn't matter whether conscious is involved in the decision making, and most of the time it's really not. So it's the unconscious that's really making the decision. And if you want to be able to change the way you live life, you need to live life consciously. You need to be intentional. You need to concentrate on that and focus on that because until such time that you're able to create the habit that you want that benefits you, that's the time that your brain would start using less energy and concentrating and focusing on utilizing the time. Because if you repeatedly create that habit or change that routine that you have that triggers the cue and the reward, eventually it will be in a process on which it will benefit you. Now, habit creation is like chunking because you have a lot of things that you need to do for the day. You have a lot of activities you're doing, but if you're able to chunk those habits that you have little by little, it makes it not more intimidating for you to change. And that is how you can permanently stop your procrastinating. To chunk it little by little. So find that habit that you have right now that you're doing that you want to change, you want to improve. Maybe it's a time that you have fearful of doing the things that you have, maybe having a conversation with someone. Understand where's that habit coming from and how that is, hindering you from taking action and allowing you to procrastinate in your life. Because at the end of the day, your willpower your ability to do things, even though at times you have fear that it will not happen, it's like a muscle. It's really not a skill. It's a muscle that you need to practice every single day. But till such time you develop it, you become stronger, you become more impactful in all the things that you do in your life and how you invest your time and money on. All right. So focus on that. Focus on changing your mindset. Change your mindset first. Then your habits will follow. If you take a look at it, we focus on mindset first, then the activities would change. All right. So for those of you joining me, I would like to invite you to join Master Coach A on January 6th. It's a mind coaching workshop, and she talks about mindset, importance, network, and decision. It's going to be on January 6th. It's a Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's no monetary investment whatsoever. Please join us. It's going to be a power pack coaching workshop. I tell you, it's gonna change your life, especially during this time that things are changing, and I know you also want to improve and change. Message Coach Rizal 0917-586-1661, or you can take a look at Life Coach PH to get to know more about it. And the week after that, the same day, take the lead with ebook coaching workshop. It's evaluate, visualize, observe, and create. This is great for leaders. If you're a leader or you're aspiring to be a leader, come join us in this class. It's going to be on 13th of January, and it's going to be a power pack class. Invite your friends. Come on, let's bless someone. It's no monetary investment anyway. Invite your friend. The more, the merrier, right? Just message Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 so that she can reserve your seat because there's only limited seats there. So join us in there. Come and join us. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be partnering with you in the in the future. Let's be classmates in there. It's gonna be a wonderful journey. Thank you very much for joining, Coach C, Coach Ling. Maraming salamat for the rest who's joining me. Let's strive together. If you have any questions or if you wanna know more about how I can serve you, please email me at shaundejoya@gmail.com. I also support people in the workplace. If you're a leader, if you want to no, level up the leadership skills that you have, or maybe level up your team, let me know. Message me 0917-569-4200, or feel free to take a look at me in the Facebook space. Just put in there, just search for me. Search then Shaun De Joya. You'll see me there. And that has been a wonderful journey by far so far. So thank you very much for joining me. Si Coach C nakakuha na ng hashtag Pack My Bag Moments. Marami po salamat. Coach C, thank you very much. It's a great start of the year. Tama, Coach Lynn. Thank you very much. It has been a wonderful Monday. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for serving. It's a beautiful thing that you're able to serve people, even if it's just one person. If you can inspire them, you can help them, you can motivate them, you can bring some life into there, you can ignite that life in there, spark some light in there, share it, share something with them. It's just a wonderful thing that you can do every single day, and you're just going to be joyful doing it every time. Just utter joy. So do that now, don't wait. All right. So in behalf of D Cup Copy Republic and Coach A Coaching Club, um, Coach A Coaching Club, we want to thank you all for being part of this journey. You can watch the replay of all of the episodes from season 1 to season 5, which is starting today, inside every page of Decap Copy Republic and Life Coach Philippines. You can also check Coach A I Connect YouTube channel for high definition video of this episode. This is great, especially for those people, those leaders who wants to have something that they can share to their team, and eventually, what you can do after is to brainstorm what they have learned. It's a powerful thing that you can do. It's simple, and eventually, if you're a leader, you can do this on your own, but you can practice this. You can start that conversation just to open up, you know, the possibilities of helping people to thrive. So remember to subscribe to the channel so that you can get alerts when a new video becomes available. Tomorrow, it's going to be one more beautiful, powerful, power pack conversations from Coach Cherry. The topic is going to be smooth take up. That's going to be a title tomorrow. It's Coach Cherry at 12 noon. It's the same time. Thank you very much. Thank you all. I love you all. Happy New Year. Labam boom. Labam boom. See you. See you at Decap later. Bye-bye.